Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Juan the Yarn Addict, and this is episode 74 of my podcast, Yarn Talk and All the Things. This is a podcast where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet, so if that interests you, please sit back and enjoy the show. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and then of course turn on those notifications to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. So for today's podcast episode, we're going to start off with Coffee Talk. It's my space where I cover all things admin, and then from there, I'm going to showcase my whips. We're going to talk about those, and then after that I have some yarn acquisitions to share with you. I'm very excited about some new yarn, very excited. And then from there I have a few pieces of Happy Mail to share. So the question of the hour, my friends, what is on the mug? Let me show you. So it is a wintry mix, I believe. I'm not sure if it's poinsettias or if they are snowflakes or maybe a mixture of both. I'm not really sure. I'm leaning towards poinsettias. I have a green cup like this as well. When the weather starts to change over, I pull these out and it gets me ready for winter. But it's what's on the inside that counts, right? So I have Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee with caramel macchiato creamer. I talk about it all the time. It is my favorite coffee, and if you haven't tried it, please try it. So I've had quite a bit of coffee, so I'm not going to sip on it. I'm going to sit it right here. But just know that if I need a sip, I'm going to grab it. So there's that. All right, so the show notes. It's the brain of my channel. It is where all the links live. Feel free to check out all the details in the show notes, including Boggy Creek. So I'm currently working with 3 other channels on collecting Boggy Creek blankets for the kids down in Eustis, Florida. So we have Nancy over at She's Got Yarn. We have Lynette over at Charmed Grammy Crochet. And then, of course, Lynanne over at Nina's Knots Crochet. So we meet up every week. We showcase blankets, and then Nancy and I, we show the blankets one more time before the next unboxing, and we both post separate videos on our own channels showcasing those blankets. So please feel free to check both of us out, check out all the links, and especially if you're new to the information regarding Boggy Creek, it is a great cause, and many people have donated blankets so far, so keep them coming, friends, okay? So also, I do have a coupon code for hobbyrocks.co.uk. So Tracy over at Crochet Rocks, she so graciously offered a coupon code to me, my channel, my viewers. The coupon code is Juan, my name, Juan of a Kind. It's all one word, and it offers 10% off of your purchase. So feel free to check out her website. She's got lots of fun and interesting and new things on her store. So check all of that information out as well. So there's that. And I believe that wraps up Coffee Talk. See, short, sweet, and to the point. All right, so let's jump into the whips. So I only have a few to share with you because I wanted to make sure I had enough time to showcase the yarn. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is my cowl. So Autumn Aspirations. This is the end of week 3. This is what mine looks like. So for week 3, what we did was we took the square, which at the end of week 2 was this. Let me just finagle it correctly. So here was the square at the end of week number 2. So from here, we tilted it to the side, and then we placed triangles on the bias, on the diagonal here. And we did it to all 4 corners. And there are 18 rows for week number 3. And so, yeah, that's what this looks like. Now, I will tell you that I ran out of soft sage in the 1 lot number. And so I had to pull from stash, and I didn't realize it until I started already, that it wasn't the same shade. And you can kind of see it. It's a different hue of soft sage. So, yeah, it's on there. It's going to stay. I don't have this shade of soft sage, so this is my prototype. This is the one that I'm creating the pattern with. So I frog back, I put it together, I frog again, I count, I do all the things with this blanket, and then the one that I'm recording the tutorial with is the good copy. So it is okay that the lot number is off here, but if you are creating a solid version of this cowl, I implore you to check lot numbers, make sure that you have enough. You're going to need approximately 3,000 yards for this crochet along. Now, Caron 1 pound is a thicker 4-weight yarn, and so right now this particular blanket measures 48 inches at the end of week number 3. So the cow runs 6 weeks, but there's 5 installments. So there are only 2 more sections to go after this. Week 3 is running 2 weeks long because we're working off of the bias. And so you're creating this pattern 4 times. And so I felt additional time was needed to just make sure that your counts were right, you took your time, and that you had enough time to frog back and redo if you needed to. So yeah, there is the cow. I love the center of this blanket. It's so good. Okay, so there is the cow. Now on my Ravelry, I do have links for the first 3 weeks. They are free. Feel free to download them and keep them for your records if you haven't already started it. Maybe you don't want to do it now. It's only free during the duration of the cow. Once the cow is closed, we're going to take all the weeks, we're going to cram them into one file, one master file, and then it will be a paid for cow. So it'll be a paid for pattern. It won't be a cow anymore because the crochet along is over. So yes, while it's a cow, feel free to download the free files there. Okay, so that covers the cow. All right, so from here we are going to jump over to this wonderful blanket here. This is a Boggy Creek blanket. So this here is Fireside Friends. This is the design Fireside Friends. Jax over at Creations by Jax. This is her design, and it alternates between Twins in a Stitch and the Rice Stitch in the round. And I also double dipped. I went ahead and played with Look of the Draw number 9, Tricia over at Mama Swift. That's her channel name. Every week she drew numbers out of a cup, and we've assigned colors to the numbers. And so, yeah, it measures 40 inches by 40 inches, but I have to tell you that I could not continue on for the rest of the time because I hit the 40-inch square mark for Boggy Creek. If I continued on, it would be too big. And I was too far along to frog back. And with all the changing of the colors, it wouldn't make sense for me to pull back anyway. So I stopped. It measures exactly 40 inches square. So this one is done. Super excited. Well, I guess it's not a whip, right? It's a finished object. Okay, so there was the one whip, the cow, finished object number 1, and I have finished object number 2, which is also a Boggy Creek blanket. This here is Tricia's Textured Cabin Throw. Channel name is Mama Swift. I will link their channels to the show notes as well. Please check them out. So I ran this with Luck of the Draw number 9. And here is the blanket. And I put a border on both sides of the blanket. Not so much the top or the bottom because I hit the measurement. So the maximum measurement. Which was 40 inches by 50 inches. So again, for this one, I could not continue on with the remaining weeks in Luck of the Draw number 9 because I miscounted my rows. So for each color, I went with 6 rows of the color and then 2 rows of the white. I should have gone with 4 rows of the color and 2 rows of the white. I would have been able to continue on with the colors that were remaining for Luck of the Draw number 9. But nonetheless, it's done, and the pattern is the Textured Cabin Throw. There's tons of texture. I've showcased this pattern many, many times during the unboxings. It is a very popular pattern on the YouTube streets right now. Many people are making these for Boggy Creek because it is very quick, very easy, and fun to work with. Or to work on rather. Now for both of my Boggy Creek blankets that are finished, I used a 7mm prim hook. That could be another reason why that could be another reason why I couldn't go on with the colors, because I used a pretty thick hook. But I enjoyed this very, very much, and I plan on doing more blankets for Boggy Creek, but then also Luck of the Draw number 9. That was a lot of fun. So thank you to both Jax and Tricia for all the fun. Okay, so there is that. All right, so I do have a whip. We're hopping all over the place. So here is the 7mm hook that I used for those blankets, but I'm also using that hook for this whip. Okay, So I caked up some Scarfy. Now the colorway is silver and cream. I bought this last year. I kept it in stash and I said, you know what? I have to use it. I love Scarfy. I love all the colorways of Scarfy. If I could, I'd use it year round, but unfortunately there's a season called summer. It's too hot to crochet with Scarfy in the middle of summer, unless you're sitting in air conditioning 24/7. I mean, so yeah. Anyway, I designed this and I don't have a name for it. It is the no-name shawl or the no-name scarf, depending on how far along you go. So anyway, this is a 6-row repeat. I decided to make an easy pattern for those who just wanted something very quick and easy to put together for a giftable. It looks nice, it's very easy, very fast to work up, and you can use any weight of yarn you'd like for this. It is very versatile in that way. So we have double crochet crosses, we have double crochets, and half double crochet windows. So that is a close-up. Very, very nice. And so, of course, there is a written pattern, but the tutorial will be rolling out sometime this week. So I just wanted to show you guys this because I don't have a name for this. So I've asked on my Sunday live, I've asked on my Friday live, suggestions for names. So I'm just putting it out there. Many people have suggested names, and I am just going to continue asking until something really just hits home for me. So some of the things that I am looking for, or not looking for rather, the color. So a color cannot be in the name. Also, something not directly relating to a season. You know, just something vague, but something effective. So yes, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I want it to be a universal name because whether you work it up in Scarfy or Red Heart Super Saver or Bravo Worsted, it doesn't matter. It should kind of make sense, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, so the search continues. If you have a name suggestion for this, please drop them in the comments. I do read all of the comments. Let me just showcase this one more time. And mind you, I do have this still on the hook. This is the third ball of Scarfy, and I am using a 7mm crochet hook. Now, the hook recommendation for Scarfy is a 6. I hooked up because I want the drape. So it's pretty big. And yes, so if you're wanting to work this up in Scarfy, you will need 3 skeins of Scarfy. Okay? So there is that. Very, very nice. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to work on this after the podcast. Hopefully I can finish it tonight. All right. So from here, we are going to go into yarn acquisitions. Okay. So first and foremost, I went to Joann's, and before I show you this yarn, okay, I did a review on the Flower Power yarn from Red Heart. And I mentioned in that video that I did not want to pay $9.99, which is what Yarnspirations was charging. I didn't want to pay $9.99 anymore for it because I knew that eventually it would trickle down into the big box stores and sales would happen. So to my surprise, literally 2 days after I posted that video, I went to Joann's and there was an entire end stand of Flower Power in all the colors. I don't think it was every color, but just generally speaking, like lots of colors. And so I decided to go ahead and pick 3 additional colors. And so before I show you the new ones, here's just a little brief recap of the 2 that I showcased in that review. I still have them attached to projects. So this one here is called Red Hot Phlox. It's got very, very bright red with orange, which you can't really see because of how bright the red is. And then of course you have this tinted peach color. And to me, it looks peach, but then it looks like the color bled onto the peach. If you look close, you can kind of see it right there in the front. So there's that. And then this one here is called Dapper Daphne. And there is a wonderful dark purple to this skein, and I love it, with this light purple, and then this highlighter yellow. This is so nice. Now, the projects that they're attached to, I did a granny square just to see what it looked like not in a flower motif. So there's that. And then, of course, I did a corner to corner with the red hot flocks. So this little corner here is the orange. You see how close it is in color? Get close. It's very close in color. You can barely see it, but that is definitely an orange. So I really do enjoy the texture and the feel of this yarn. And honestly, I mentioned in the review that I will continue to purchase this because I love the variations in the colors. You can work this up into any project. Just let the colors run however they run, and you'd be surprised at the design that happens just from the flow of the yarn. So anyway, there's that. And so I purchased 3 additional colors at Joann's for 20% off of the $9.99, I believe. So I got it for 20% off. So here we have Flower Field. So we have a yellow, a green, and a white. Super, super nice. Now, I didn't mention this in the review, and I should have, but I didn't. So the yardage and everything. So this here offers 417 yards, 381 meters. It's 8.8 ounces at 250 grams, 100% acrylic, and they do suggest a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So yes, 400, almost 500 yards. Not bad. Okay, so yes, there's that one. And then the next colorway is Daisy Dew. So we have gray, yellow, and white. I really like this one as well because of the gray, because of the white, and the yellow is just a nice little accent. So if you look at the motif, it really does look like a daisy. So yeah, I do like that, but again, I'm not going to make flower motifs with this. So yes, I do have a project in mind. I'm gonna stay very tight at the lips until I actually have it on the hook, and then I'm going to show you in a future podcast episode. But for now, just know that I have plans for this yarn. So there's that one. And last of the 3 additional ones is Catelli Bronze. I also like this one as well. So we have that midnight blue, orange, and yellow. Now, of the 3 that actually, of the 5 that I have in my little collection here, this one right here, the Catelli Bronze, number 1. Number 1 is my favorite. Yep. So number 2 is the Dapper Daphne, and number 3, the gray and white one here at the bottom. So those are my 3 favorites so far. Now, that might change once I get my hands on the other colorways, but for now, I'm really, really excited to work with this, and I do encourage you guys to try it. Get the yarn, create your favorite project with it. Let the yarn just do all of the talking. You know, don't allow yourself to become so consumed by color controlling and, you know, the tension. And once I let that go, I just enjoyed the yarn for what it was. And I'll tell you, I absolutely love the yarn. So there's that. Okay. I have new yarn from Joann's. I was in there getting the Flower Power, and I noticed that the store manager was putting together a wonderful Christmas end stand. And I said, "Excuse me, what exactly is that on the shelf?" And she says to me, "Well, this is our new yarn." I said, "But didn't you just have new yarn for Halloween?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, so this is like brand new, right?" And she says, "Yes, it came right off the truck, and I put it right on the shelf." And I said, "Okay, well, excuse me, I'd like to have some of all the things." And she's like, "Okay, sure." So I helped myself, and here I'm going to share with you 6 new colorways of Big Twist yarn. So first and foremost, we have Merry Mingle. Merry Mingle. So we have the blues, the reds fading into the pinks. It's very, very nice. It almost reminds me of the speckle yarn, right? But the specks are a little longer. So anyway, this is 100% acrylic. and it is, it has the Okotex standard 100, so that's great. It has been tested and approved against all the things, 350 harmful substances. And then, of course, they offer here on the label information that says it's a medium 4-weight yarn. They are suggesting a 5mm crochet hook. And let's see, what is the yardage? 269 yards, 4.3 ounces, 246 meters at 121 grams. Now, I think there's a typo on this label because where the hook is, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but directly above the hook, it's got XMM right there. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Let me see. See that? XMM. Maybe they forgot to put the number there. Anyway, they are saying that you need 13 of these to create a 50-inch by 60-inch throw or blanket of some sort. 6 for a pillow, 1 for a scarf, and 3 for a hat. So give you another close-up of this colorway here. That looks like pink to me. Ow, it burns. Ow. Ow. Okay, so I'm going to sit that there. Next, we have another very hot skein here. There's tons of pink on that. Look at the pink. Very, very nice for those who love pink. This is called Get Merry and Let's Mingle. So we have greens and pinks and reds. I'm not keeping this in my stash. I'm letting you guys know that right now. This is 100% acrylic. Same specs, same everything. Again, there is an XMM above the hook right here. It's probably not going to pick it up, but it's a letter X above that hook there. Not sure why that is. The yarn does feel nice. I am very, very happy with the quality of the yarn that Big Twist has been putting out as of late. Actually, for the last 6 months or so. Very, very happy with it. So, yes. Get merry and let's mingle. Another close-up. It's got that washed effect to it as well. It's very, very nice. So there is that. Okay. Next, we have Punch Bowl. So this is another speckled yarn here. More of the greens and the reds, not so much the pinks. Actually, I don't see any pink on here, which is absolutely phenomenal. Same specs, same everything. It has the X above the hook in the square there. But yes, it feels great, and I'm very excited to actually work with this. I don't know what I would make with it yet, but I will create something with that. Very, very nice. Okay, so far that's 3. Next, we have Yuletide. This is Yuletide, another washed effect yarn. Very, very nice. Reds, greens, and whites. Very nice. Same specs in terms of yardage. I'll repeat that just in case you didn't get it the first time. It's 269 yards, 4.3 ounces, 246 meters at 121 grams, and they suggest a 5mm crochet hook. So yeah, very, very nice. I'm curious why they suggested why they're suggesting 6 skeins for a pillow. Pillows come in all different sorts of sizes. There are no measurements for the pillow like they have for the blanket, 50 inches by 60 inches. So I'm very curious why and how they thought 6 was the appropriate number, but it's fine. And by the way, the skeins say machine washable, do not tumble dry, dry flat. I will tell you that I have placed this yarn in the dryer. I've dried on low and it comes out absolutely fine. But by all means, if you don't feel comfortable putting this in the dryer, just lay flat to dry. But I will tell you it does work in the dryer. Okay? It is machine washable and dryable. Many, many people have made Boggy Creek blankets with Big Twist. We've washed them, we've dried them, and they work just fine. Okay? So there's that. Next, we have Jingle Bell Stripe. And this is my second favorite one. My favorite one is coming last. So Jingle Bell Stripe, Another washed yarn, red and green. More of a solid, not 100% solid, but washed. Wonderful colors there. Very appropriate for Christmas, or the holiday season for Christmas. Very nice. Same specs, same everything, same feeling, all the things. So there's that. And last but certainly not least, because it is my favorite, Festive Fun. It is the darkest of them all, the most vibrant of them all, and this makes me very excited. I cannot wait to pull this out and start working on this, or with this rather. Very exciting. So yes, just one more time, I'll run through these. Festive Fun, and then we have Jingle Bell Stripe. This one here, Jingle Bell Stripe. And then from there we have Get Merry and Let's Mingle right there. And then from there we have Punch Bowl. And then we have Merry Mingle right there. And finally, Yuletide. So those are the colorways. Hold on, let me fix it. Okay, there we go. Those are the new colorways from Joann's. Very, very exciting. Okay, so from Joann's, I went ahead and hopped on over to Hobby Lobby. So these yarns here are not new to me yarns, with exception to one of the things. So let me just go ahead and pull these out. So I have Premier's Anti-Peeling Bamboo Chunky. Now, again, this is not new to me, but I was very excited to catch a sale. So I caught the 30% off, which ended. This is, as of the date of this video, it is their off week. So last week was their sale week, and the skein regular price is $4.99, and I got 30% off of the $4.99. So this first colorway here is called Blueberry Pie. Very, very nice. And so this is 131 yards, 120 meters, 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. It is a bulky 5, and they are suggesting a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook for this. And so I had that color, and then Boysenberry. And then we have Earl Grey. So my thought here is to make a hat. And yeah, I want an anti-peeling chunky hat. So here we have it. And I think these three colorways are perfect together. So yes, very excited about that. So this one here, the yarn that I'm about to show you, is a new to me yarn from Hobby Lobby. Now, it's always been there, but I've always walked past it and never gave it a second thought. But for some reason, I decided to pick it up, and I said, let me do this. All right. So I love this wool. Naturals, pure and simple. So it's a skein of wool. And let's see. So it's 4 ounces, 113 grams, 220 yards, 201 meters. It is a medium 4-weight yarn, and they are suggesting a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook for this yarn here. So you can hear it's got a bit of a crunch. It's not super wash. It's a natural wool. And I have 4 colorways here. You will see my logic once you see all the colors. So the first colorway is Ivory. The second colorway here is Biscuit. The third colorway is Umber. And the last one here is called Coca. So I have 880 yards or so. So yes, I want to create a project with the browns, all wool. And I'm not exactly sure what. I'm torn between a scarf and a hat set, or just like an oversized asymmetrical. So we'll see. But I definitely want something in natural wool. And so I took advantage of their 30% off sale, and there you have it. So the original price is $6.99. 30% off of that is what I scored these for. And so, yeah, I'm super excited. So you may see these very soon, actually. Love that. Okay. So, oh, and I also picked up a new to me hook. With all the hooks I have, I'm surprised that there are still hooks out there that I haven't tried yet. So here I have a clover hook, a soft touch. I've never tried this, so I'm very excited. The fact that it's flat always turned me away from it, but I figured why not try at least one? Let me get one and see what it's like. It is on the small side, but that's fine because I record tutorials with small hooks so that the back end of the hook doesn't hit the table. So it does have a purpose, it does have a use. And this is a 6mm crochet hook. This was not part of their 30% off because obviously just the yarn is 30% off every other week. And this ran me $6.99, which it's a little pricey, but that's okay. I wanted to try it to see what it was like. And yeah, so there's that. All right. So I have one more acquisition here, and it is a big one. So Tracy, Crochet Rocks, has a store, as I mentioned in the very beginning. Her store name is hobbyrocks.co.uk. Well, the name of the store is Hobby Rocks, but the website is hobbyrocks.co.uk. Okay, and all of that information is in the show notes. Anyway, I had a request. I reached out to her and I said, can you please order this yarn for me? And so not only did she order the yarn, but she had it like that. And so I placed my order and lo and behold, it's here. Now, I sat on this for a few days because I was waiting for podcast day to actually open this up. So I have no idea what it looks like in person. I saw it online and I said, I want to make sweaters with these colorways. Please, can you get me this yarn? And so, yes, here we are. I'm very excited about this. Hopefully I ordered enough. I think I did. I am making, well, I'm going to be making 2 sweaters with the yarn here. So let's go ahead and open this up. What is even this? I didn't order this. Oh, she put a goodie in the bag. Isn't that nice? Silk Caress in, wow, in is it velvet? In velvet and in sugar plum. Look at that. This purple. The darker the purple, the more I love it. This is so good. It is so soft. Silk Caress 100% DK weight yarn. Signet yarns. This is Signet. And let's see, it's 100 grams. It's 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It is machine washable, and I believe the washing instructions indicate, let's see, machine washable and dryable. So there is that. It is so soft. It feels like silk. This is great. Wow. What is the yardage on this? 250 meters. Okay. So, a gift. Thank you so much, Tracy. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to have to work this up and tell you guys how this works up. I'm very excited about that. And what's the hook recommendation for this? So, a 4 to a 4.5 millimeter hook. Okay, fair enough. I like that. Look at that. It's got a beautiful sheen to it as well, right? So good. And this one too. Look at that. Look at that sheen. That's so good. I'm going to have to check this out at the website to just see what other colorways are available. But she hit the nail right on the head. She knows I love my purple. So good. Thank you so much, Tracy. Okay. There's something else in this bag. Hold on. There's a note. It says, "Hi Juan, sorry the bag is not the best, but I am waiting for delivery of my pretty Christmassy bags. I have enclosed a ball of my new yarn because I know this is your favorite color. And one for, okay, thank you for everything. Love and hugs, Tracy." Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm gonna set this off to the side for 1 second. Let's get into this. This is what I purchased and I'm very excited about it. Look at this. Okay, so this is James C. Brett Marble Chunky. Isn't this great? So good. All right, let's take a look at the things. Oh my goodness, I have to puff it up. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, I'm just gonna smack it into place. Okay, so there you have it. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful color. You have the teals and the browns. Yes, I'm making a sweater with this colorway, and I can't remember the name. One of them should read, this is the 70s, and I gravitated towards it because I was born in the 70s. So the color number is MC6, and it's a 200 gram ball. It's not bigger than my head. I've seen other people hold this to their head and it was actually bigger than their head, but my head is bigger than this, which is okay. 200 grams. Let's look at the details here. So this is 100% acrylic. It's machine washable. It's 312 meters, 341 yards per ball. 341 yards. That's great. And it feels absolutely amazing. This is so good. Now the hook recommendation, it says a 6, and that is absolutely correct. I've worked this up before, another colorway, of course. I used a J hook, a 6mm, and it worked up beautifully. Give you another close-up view of this wonderful yarn. And I believe I ordered 6, and I see 5 in the sleeve here, which I think that bag there could potentially be the 6th one, you know, of each of the colorways. So yes, 341 yards times 6, I believe will be enough. It's a chunky weight yarn, so I'm not going to need 2,000 yards of yarn for a top. I think I have more than enough. Based on the weight as well, yes, I have plenty. Maybe even with some to spare. So the next colorway here, oh, this is great. I remember this one. This is called Iron Ore. Iron something. And I love, love, love this. Look at this colorway. Let me smack it up. Let me poof it up for you guys. So it's got the grays and the browns. That's so nice. I'm very excited about this. These two colorways are right up my alley. Yes, I'm creating 2 men's sweaters. The pattern is universal, but yes, the colorway, you know, reads masculine to me, and that's exactly what I want. And many people have been asking me for a pattern, so I'm going to create a pattern, I'm going to write it out, and I'm going to share it. And yes, so there you have it. Universal pattern, but I was looking for masculine colors for myself, and there you have it, the grays and the browns. 6 skeins of this as well. It's so soft. Look at that. Soft and squish. It's like a big poof ball. I love it. It's so good. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to crack this open. I'm assuming one of the balls is of the one colorway and the other ball is of the other colorway. Yes. Ugh. Perfect. Let's see here. Yes, so there's that and there's that. Those are the 2 colorways side by side. They're slightly identical, but this one has the teal in it. This has the gray. So good. So good. Okay, I'm going to sit this right there. Okay. Now, Tracy always sends a goodie bag. This. I always look forward to this. This is so exciting because the cookies, okay, the biscuits. Now, I watch everything I eat. And when I get the order in from Tracy, I look forward to this because this is my goodie. I love this. So I dip them in my coffee, and it's my little treat that I give myself. So with that, we get a little packet of coffee. This says New York coffee, salted caramel. She knows me very well. I do love my caramel coffee. Love the caramel creamer, love all the things. So good. Thank you, Tracy, as always. And then, of course, we have a Hobby Rocks tape measure. I always need tape measures. I feel like I'm always losing them. You can never have enough scissors, stitch markers, tape measures. I mean, yes. So this is perfect. And let me go ahead and open this up and show you. On the front, Hobby Rocks, the sticker there, and then of course, you know, the tape measure. This is so good. I have several of these from her, and they're all over in other whip baskets. So I put this in a whip basket with scissors and stitch markers. You can never be too prepared. So thank you so much, Tracy. And oh wow, look at this. We have, oh, aren't these nice? We have a little snowman, little placekeepers, and we have a 4-leaf clover. So nice. I have a little baggie that says Tracy on it. So I actually keep all of these in one little baggie so that when I work projects, I know like where I'm pulling them from. So thank you so much, Tracy. I really do appreciate all the things. You ordering the yarn for me being able to get it from your website in such a timely fashion. I probably would still be waiting on this yarn if I had to go through all the things with anyone else. So thank you so much for taking care of me. And of course, again, guys, check out our website. She's got lots of new yarns on there. She's got Black Friday yarn on there. She's got the Christmas bags, the Advent bags, and all. So just check out the site. And again, don't forget the coupon code one of a kind, all one word. Okay, so there is that. And we're going to jump right into the Happy Mail. So I have 2 pieces of Happy Mail here. The first one here comes to me from a good friend. Her name is Yvonne. So Yvonne, I got this, I believe, a week ago, almost a week ago. I did crack it open, and I did that to save us some time. And before I jump into this, I just want to say that Yvonne has been a supporter of my channel since the beginning, as have many of you guys. And, you know, every now and then she reaches out to just see how I'm doing. And, you know, I just want to say, Yvonne, thank you so much for just maintaining that friendship with me and all of that. And especially for this Happy Mail, I definitely appreciate the thought. It's not necessary, of course, but definitely appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into this box. Okay, so guys, we have vintage pattern books. Oh my goodness gracious, when is, wow. Okay, so how to knit, how to crochet, all in one book. This is so good. I'm looking for a year here. I don't see a year, but that's okay. Clearly, based off of the images, it is a vintage book. Wow, this is so good. Does it have a date on here? Let's look on the back. No date, but that's okay. Clearly, you can tell by the font that it has some age to it. Love that. It has Acme in quotations in the corner there. Love it. So this next one here is a McCall's Winter Warm-Ups to knit and crochet. This is great. Copyright 1977, 2 years before I was born. Love that. I definitely like that. the men's coat there. Very nice. Next we have Make It with Aunt Lydia's. Let's see here. Wow. You can just, these are all vintage. Okay, so without boring us to tears, I'm going to go through this pretty quick. And then off camera, I'm going to sit with my cup of coffee and go through them all. So we have Aunt Lydia's. And I actually do have the heavy rug yarn in stash. I have plenty of it, so I'm excited. We have Today's Women to Knit and Crochet book, 1972. Wow. Very nice. And then we have these little books here. The Work Basket, 1988. And then we have Annie's Fashion Wardrobe, 1987. We have Quick and Easy Crochet from 1986. Wow, that's a choice right there. All the pink. All right. Yay for you. And next we have March of 1988. Okay. And this is Popular Crochet Patterns. No year, but it does feature projects for guys on the back there. Very, very nice. Next, we have Quick and Easy Crochet from 1989. Very interesting top. That's a choice. It looks like the top of an apple pie, right? Okay, the lattice. And next we have Quick and Easy Crochet from 1992. Lots of blink. Okay, so pattern books, very, very nice. Thank you so much, Yvonne. They're definitely going to have a great place here in my house because I do read them all. So she also sends popcorn, Orville Redenbacher's light butter. Very nice. And popcorn containers, one for me and one for Mother. So cool. Very nice. Thank you, Yvonne. And next we have Werther's Originals sugar-free. So thoughtful. Caramel chocolate for both me and Mother. She loves these. I'm definitely going to share these with her. And then, wow. It's so nice we have it once, we have it twice, and we have it thrice. That's so cool. Thank you so much, Yvonne. So thoughtful. My favorite coffee in the whole wide world. With crochet books and popcorn. I mean, this is a recipe for a perfect night on the weekend. So thank you so much, Yvonne. We're going to enjoy this very, very much. Okay. So last but not least, I have Happy Mail here from Kathy C. She is one of the members of my channel. She did not tell me that this was coming, so this was a complete surprise. I did pop the box open beforehand to save us some time, of course. And here we have a card. It's in purple. So it says, "Friends are the sprinkles on the cupcake of life." Isn't that nice? Okay, so let's see. It says, "Hello, Juan. Some of these yarns need some serious TLC. I hope you find them as vintage yarns. I didn't have a lot of variegated in my stash of older yarns, but I do have a lot of solid colors. If you would like some of those, tell me. I will send them to you. The butterflies were a few that I made when I was a lot younger and just learning to crochet. You can frog them if you want. I just thought it would make the box look nicer. Thanks for being your own sweet self, Kathy." So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's take a look at all the things. So look at this. How can I frog this? This is beautiful. And it's got a magnet on the back. That is so good. And based on what this feels like, I can tell that this butterfly has been around for a while. And I love that for us. It's so good. So there's the butterfly. Love that. And here we have another one in purples. Very, very nice. Thank you, Kathy. And look at this yarn. Oh, wait, here's another one. We have another butterfly. Love that. It's a colorful butterfly. Love that. Okay. Let's look at this yarn. Okay. Well, okay, so this one here, Case of the Pinks. I'm going to ball it up, but I'm going to give this to a friend who absolutely loves this color. You know what I should do? I should challenge myself to make a hexagon with that and put it in my blanket because it doesn't have pink. I may have to put on some gloves and actually do that. Yes, I'm not going to give that away. It's just a little bit. I think it's enough to make a hexagon. I'm going to do it. And then I'll put the rest in my vintage prism blanket, which is down there. I'll feature that in another episode. So here, yep. This is all the things, friends. I love, love, love this. This. Yep, I'd crochet with this all day long if I could. This purple is amazing. Thank you, Kathy. Love that. It's great. And it's so nice. We have more. We have more of this wonderful yarn. Can't wait to cake that up. That's so good. And then here we have, it looks like puzzle yarn, but it's not because there's a sheen to it. This looks like Hangman. But you see the sheen? Okay, I'll set that there. And we have red tones. Wow. Cousins? Maybe. It looks like, you know, maybe they're siblings, just different colors. Love that. Okay. And here we have some pastel variegated yarns. This is Ombre Sayel. I have several skeins of this in stash. It works up great still after all these years. So we have lots of light colors in pastel. Very nice. And here we have blue tones. And yes, so far everything that I'm holding up is a vintage variegated yarn. 100%. Yep. So there's that. I see hexagons in my future. Look at that. More purple. This is so good. I cannot wait to get my hook on this yarn. Okay. So here we have Red Heart Classic, and this is called Sea Mist. Wow. Definitely vintage. I don't have this colorway in stash. I'm very excited that this is in my hands right now. So thank you, Kathy. Love that. I'm going to set that right there. Oh, I dropped my biscuit. Can't do that. Putting that to good use right after the podcast. So Caron Sayel yarn and Cobalt Teal ombre. That's great. Isn't that great, guys? Definite hexagon material. Can't wait for that. And we have some more of the blue variegated. I think I have more than enough for hexagons and for the vintage spectrum corner to corner. I may actually work up another project with the leftovers from that. Or I may give some of this blue yarn to my mother because she loves the color blue. It is her favorite color. So I may take just what I need for my projects and then give the rest to Mom. Yes, because she's making all sorts of like scrapgan blankets, and the more different the color is, the more excited she gets. So yes, I will be sharing this with my mother. Final answer. So here we have some haloed yarn here in the blues. Mom, I'm giving this to Mother. Yep, she's going to love that. And this is also going to go to Mother. This is flecked pink yarn here. I'm going to keep this. This is rag yarn in Christmas colors. Love that. It's not for hexagons, but well, maybe. I might work this up into a hexagon. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm going to set that right there. All right. So here we have some more of that baby pastel color yarn. Variegated, of course. Did I put this back in the box? Yes. We've already shown that. Okay. And I have some squares here. So we have this square here and this one here. Very, very nice. Love them. And then of course we have a bag here. So Secret Stash Lion Brand yarn bag. We love a good yarn bag, right? So thank you so much, Kathy, for all the wonderful yarns here. This is such a treat. Seeing a blast from the past, all these wonderful colorways and wonderful things. So thank you so much, Kathy. I'm going to share the yarn with my mother because she's doing projects and things as well. So there is that. All right. Okay, my friends, so that wraps up this podcast episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to do all of the things that I mentioned in the beginning. I would definitely appreciate the support. So that is all for me for now. And until the next one, take care, guys. Bye.